Damas y caballeros, es Blog de Sábado por la Noche, con su anfitrión, Francisco F. McInnis. Disfruta el espectáculo.
So, I was getting ready to start doing my recording for this week's Saturday night vlog, and I heard a little at my door. And this has happened a couple of times now that, I'm getting all set up to record, and all of a sudden I get a knock at my door on a Saturday. But this time it was a postal worker carrying something from Amazon. And it made me think right away about this South Park episode that came out a couple of years ago. And I really loved this episode because it had a couple of the characters doing their impression of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. I think Cartman wore the mask and did the impression, and also Randy did the impression as well. And I think Randy's probably my favorite character on the show. I think he kind of jumped past Cartman as my favorite character. But anyway, one aspect of that show was people ordering stuff from Amazon and completely forgetting about it. So I wondered if that's what I had done, if I had ordered something from Amazon and just didn't remember it. And let me show you here real quick the package. Okay, it was a thin package as well, so I was like, well, I definitely didn't order a pop figure in the middle of the night and forget about it, because a pop doesn't fit in that box. So I opened the box up and I found a copy of The Killing Joke, one of my favorite graphic novels of all time. If you're a big Batman fan, it's probably one of your favorites as well. Okay, this is what's crazy though. Last week, I also got a copy of Batman The Killing Joke. I did not order either one of these. One of these came from Totally the Towel Man, another YouTuber who's been a great friend. And then this one came from Cat D, who is a new friend through YouTube, who also is a YouTuber. She has a channel as well. I watch both of their channels. I communicate with both of them. Both seem to be great individuals. So very thoughtful from both of them. And I only briefly mentioned in one video, this is what's really interesting. I just briefly mentioned in one video how I needed to get another copy of this. In fact, I was in Books A Million and I saw this copy, and I just mentioned, yeah, I need to get another copy of this soon. So now I have two. So what I'm going to do, I really appreciate both of these. I think I'm going to open up one to actually read, and then the other one I'm going to keep in the plastic. And that way I always have one in good condition, because this is a book I always want to keep. I don't know what happened to my original, but it's great now that I have one I can read and one that I can just display and hang on to, as a keepsake, basically. And along with the graphic novel, I also got this little gift note here from Cat D. It says, "Franklyn, you are an amazing human, now a forever friend. This is because good things happen to good people and you lost your copy. Virtual hugs, Cat D." I really appreciate that. Cat D, you're an awesome person. This is so kind of you. I definitely appreciate it. And this is an Amazon slip. I know some people would just read this one time and toss it away, but nope, that's not how I handle it. This is going up on my closet door over here where I keep all the notes that are sent to me. So I really appreciate that. Can't thank you enough. But gotta keep things moving here, because I got a lot that I want to cover in this episode. And by the way, there are definitely going to be some more shout outs throughout this week's episode, because people have just been so kind and so supportive, and I want to make sure I look out for everybody. And not just that, not just supportive, but entertaining. I've really been entertained by some videos that I've seen lately on YouTube. I gotta tell you that, the people that I follow, you're killing it right now. I'm really enjoying it. And I've been watching so much YouTube lately that I've got movies sitting around I haven't even gotten to yet. I got Dark Souls 3 sitting at my house. I haven't gotten to it yet. And it's been sitting here for over a week. So that shows you how much I'm really following people on YouTube and just enjoying their channels. But yeah, I'm gonna have to work out that Dark Souls 3 thing, because I really want to check that game out. I was obsessed with Bloodborne for over a year. I love that game. And then I finally did trade it in because I was getting to the point where I was just playing it without even really thinking, and I just wasn't as engaged in it anymore. But anyway, you just saw me move another box here. I'm actually not going to say who this box is from because I want to talk about something, and I don't believe in putting other people's business just out there, so I'm not going to say the name directly who this is from. Actually, there's a note in here. Let me check it real quick. It says, Franklyn threw in some extras. Hope you enjoy them. Thanks for being such an awesome person. So I'll let you get a quick look at that. I'm not going to show the signature there, though. And the reason why I'm being a little bit secretive is because this individual, I think, is a great person, was also a YouTuber, and I'm saying was past tense because this individual has decided to get off of YouTube, and I won't lie, I'm kind of saddened by that because I liked his videos, I like hearing him speak. I felt like he's a very genuine person, and he just had a rough run of things on YouTube, so he's decided to call it quits. And especially with him being somebody local, you know, or at least somewhat local to me, I thought it was so cool to have somebody else within the area, the general area, or, you know, that was also doing the thing with YouTube and collecting Funko Pops. But I definitely respect his decision. I wish him all the best, and I definitely will keep contact with him. Really great person. Okay, so the first thing that he sent me here, got this mystery mini Hulk figure. Yeah, that looks cool. I really like that. Love that expression there. The bobblehead, I think, really works well here. And again, I always say this about mystery minis. The detailing is shockingly good on them. So that's very cool. Okay, I'm going to keep it moving here quickly. And I do want to address something else while I'm taking care of this. I'm going to try to kill two birds with one stone. Something else that's been on my mind lately is I do have some international subscribers, and big shout out to all my international subscribers. You know, people from the UK, I have people from, I think, the Philippines and just other places, Canada. I really do appreciate that. It's so cool to be connected to you all. But I do have a big concern here, and let me show you the next figure here. How awesome is this? Mr. Freeze Mystery Mini. I believe this is from the Arkham series, and I want to say that it was a store exclusive. I can't remember what store it was exclusive to. Maybe GameStop. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure there, but man, that looks awesome. And I so need a Mr. Freeze Funko Pop. I don't know why there isn't one yet. They really got to get on that. But this is pretty awesome, and it has a little heft to it too. I really like that. And if you played the Arkham series, I think you know in Arkham City, that boss fight against Mr. Freeze was just awesome. I think that's one of my favorite boss fights out of the whole series. I'm just dumping some styrofoam peanuts here out of the way so I can get to the rest of this stuff a little bit easier. Okay. But as I was saying, in regards to international subscribers, I don't want you all to be left out when it comes to giveaways. But I need a solution. I need some help. Shipping things internationally is ridiculously expensive. And I know some other YouTubers have tried it and run into some issues with it. For example, Raffy614. And by the way, big shout out to Raffy614. Really nice guy. Love his videos. He just seems like such a kind-hearted, genuine person. Really enjoy his videos. And now he's also getting into doing video game streams, which is something I've considered myself. But I've got to do some homework and learn all about how to do that. But anyway, I know he ran into an issue where he wanted to do an international giveaway and then found out that the shipping would have been at least $100. You know, so I don't think he's a wealthy person. I'm not a wealthy person. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers. We're not wealthy, but we do want to look out for international subscribers. So I need some help, you all. What can be done to reward international subscribers, to do giveaways for international subscribers without paying an arm and a leg on shipping? Or is there some alternative solution? For example, one thing that crossed my mind is the possibility of maybe like an online gift card or something like that. But you all just let me know. I really need some help with that because I really appreciate my international subscribers, but I just cannot afford that ridiculous shipping cost. it really is expensive. Even just to Canada, it's surprisingly expensive. And then on top of that, if you send something to Canada, not only is it expensive, but it's a good chance that it's just going to sit there in customs for a while, which is really not cool, you know, so there's a good chance of things getting damaged. Next up here, by the way, this is so cool. Another great looking mystery mini. This one, Spider-Man here. And again, I think the bobblehead actually works really well. I love the stance that he's in too. Let's check out how he sits there. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure I have to put him up somewhere, maybe up on my top shelf, because he's obviously looking down there. So I got to make sure I put him up at a high spot. That's pretty cool. I'll go and see what else is in this package here. I'm trying to get all these styrofoam peanuts out of the way, make sure I don't miss anything. And great packing job here. And the person that sent me to this, that sent these things to me, you know who you are. So great job on the packing. And again, like I said earlier, I respect your decision if you're going to leave YouTube alone. I hope you wouldn't just say that you're never coming back to it, you know, but whatever you decide, you know, I'm with you. I'm supporting you. Okay. We got another mystery mini here. I can already see what it is. Let's get her on out here. I did say her because we have Poison Ivy again from the Arkham series. Now, me personally, the last Arkham game, Arkham Knight, I was not crazy about it, but I was kind of impressed with how they handled her character within the game. I actually think she was one of the most interesting characters in the game. It made me actually more of a fan of her. So it's not like I didn't like that game at all. I definitely was disappointed, but like I said, yeah, I think they handled her pretty well. Then we got one more figure in here. It's in a mystery box, but it's not one of those Deadpool related figures. There's something else going on in here, and I already know what it is. And just bear with me for a second here while I get it out. Sticking here with a focus on the Arkham series, I have, finally, the Joker from the Arkham series. And I know some of you are curious why I would say finally, because I'm sure you've seen this figure in stores. If you pop hunt, you probably see this figure all the time. I hadn't picked it up yet, mainly because I was not seeing it. Either the box was damaged or it just didn't have a good paint job. So finally I have one here, excellent condition. Definitely happy about that. And I have so much Harley Quinn going on. As of right now, I have 6 Harley Quinn figures. That's not including mystery minis or the Rock Candy figure back there. You know, I have 6 Harley Quinn pop figures. Yeah, so the Joker has been really getting outnumbered because other than this Joker, I only have one other one. And this one was sent to me by Karen from Ethan Finds Out. Another great channel who I've shouted her out several times now, and I'm going to keep shouting her out, you know, because she does a great job. So this one came from Karen of Ethan Finds Out. And now I have this one here from the trade that I just did. So getting a little Joker action going on there. And then, of course, I do still have my mystery mini Joker as well. Okay, so, yeah, a lot of Harley, a lot of Joker going on. And, of course, I'm going to have even more Joker and Harley Quinn going on because it's almost Suicide Squad time. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. So, yeah, this is pretty awesome. These are some of the best looking mystery minis I've ever seen. If I was going to do a mystery mini of the week, I mean, come on, people. Mr. Freeze. I love this figure. Really love this figure already. So that is awesome. So, again, I'm not going to say his name just because I'm respecting his decision and I don't want to put his business out in the open. That's up to him, you know, if he wants to comment down below. But, dude, thank you. Really awesome trade. And, yes, I did trade with him. But what he sent me, I appreciate just so much. And one of the things that I sent to him, let me go ahead and share this real quick, is if you got some of the mystery boxes recently from Hot Topic, I think everybody's realizing by now that for some reason, there seems to be a lot more of Stingray than Madcap or Slapstick. And I'm really not sure why that is, but there are so many people that just have a bunch of Stingray figures sitting around, including me. I got a couple of these. Some of them I've already worked out trades on. I worked out one sale on one of them. And I still have at least 2 or 3 of these that I'm going to sell. I'm not going to do a trade with them. I really would like to try to get back just a little bit of cash on them. But if you're interested, $16 shipped. That's what I'm going to sell them for. And I think that's much lower than I've seen other people trying to sell these for. So I think that's pretty fair. $16 shipped. Doesn't matter where you are, but you in the continental U.S., of course. Talking about the continental U.S. because I already talked about international shipping, how rough that is. So if you're in the continental U.S. and you're interested in getting a Stingray figure, $16 shipped, you know, that's what I will do. I'm not a flipper. I'm not trying to make a big profit. I just want to get a little bit of my money back. And honestly, with the shipping, even if it's East Coast, I'm not going to completely make my money back. So, you know, I just want to get part of it back at least, though. Take a good long look at that face, people. Now, there is a face that only a blind mother could love. This figure's name is Slag, chemically created volcanic villain. And he is one of the villains of the Wildcats, which was created by Jim Lee. See, it says over here, Jim Lee's Wildcats. This figure was given to me in a grab bag on Free Comic Book Day when I went to Power Comics in Conway, South Carolina last Saturday. Very nice of them to throw this figure in along with some other comics as well. And I showed you everything that I got there in a previous video. You can go back and check that out if you haven't seen it. And then this figure also comes along here. It says, include special edition Wildstorm collector card. You see the figure also has here this cool club and this rock for throwing as weapons there. And then you take a look here at the bottom. You see that his feet have holes there for stands. And there actually is a pretty cool looking stand inside there. Hopefully you can see that well enough. I think you can see the peg right there. The other characters here, I was trying to figure out if I remembered this comic at all. I don't think I ever saw the actual comic itself, but I do remember seeing images of some of these characters, especially this character here, the Grifter. You see his face mask there. It looks actually kind of similar to Deadpool. Not saying there was a rip-off thing going there, and actually I'm not sure which character came along first, but we just know that happens sometimes in comics. Characters come out looking similar. And there's our friend Slag there again. Something that made me really laugh once I took the time to read this package here is, you see it says here, New Wildcats video game for Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's now available, people. It's now available. Yes, that made me laugh out loud. Literally laugh out loud. And I was glad I was not recording at the time because I may have hurt your eardrums. I laughed so loud at that. But the reason it made me laugh is just because I'm not used to getting these classic figures, you know, these old school figures. I'm not used to collecting them. So it's just kind of funny to see an advertisement there for something that came out so long ago. So this figure, I have not decided whether or not I want to actually take him out of the package. It is cool that he has a stand there. I know that there wouldn't be any great value to this. It's definitely damaged around the edges, the packaging and things like that. And that's not complaining because I'm definitely appreciative of getting this figure, especially for them to just give it to me for free. Very nice of them. But I still just haven't decided whether or not I want to take this fella out of his package. Now, while I was there for Free Comic Book Day, another figure caught my eye, and I just couldn't stop looking at him. And that is this Scarecrow figure. I'm a big fan of Scarecrow. And it says here, Twister Strike Scarecrow. Oh, let me get up so you can see that there. Twister Strike Scarecrow. It says with scythe, slash attack, and nightmare glow eyes. Okay, so it actually has some features going on to it, which I'll show you more of that in just a moment. But the Scarecrow, he really is one of my favorite Batman villains. I feel like he's often an underutilized character. Even in the Arkham Knight game, that was one of the things that disappointed me. They set the Scarecrow up for this big return since he wasn't in Arkham City, but he did have a great presence in Arkham Asylum, the video game. But he was just kind of there. He really didn't do anything too interesting in Arkham Knight, which is unfortunate. Cillian Murphy, I think he did a great job in the Dark Knight trilogy of playing the character, but again, I think they could have done even more with him. But this figure, I think, just looks incredible. I'm not sure if he would be able to stand. His feet and legs are kind of slim there, and then he's also, his upper body's kind of leaning back, so I really don't know if this figure would stand on his own. Let me quickly show you the other figures that came from this set here. Some really crazy looking figures here. Neural Claw Batman. Spline Cape Batman. I'm not even sure what that word is really all about, but it says spline. I thought it said spine at first. Okay, we have Assault Gauntlet Batman. Okay, excuse me, some of these words are definitely tripping me up here. That one, I think the coloring is amazing. I'd actually like to see what that looks like in person. Here we have Dive Claw Robin. Pretty cool design, and overall these designs, they are just very 90s, just like with these figures here. Very 90s. The 90s were really about loud colors, just over muscular figures, even more so than comics today. Okay, continuing on here, we also have Lethal Impact Bane, and it says with Venom powered Punch and Stinger Gauntlet. Now, why this character Bane would need a gauntlet, I don't even know. I think he's already strong enough, but just something else thrown in there with the figure. And then finally here, Skywing Street Bike, and again, that's a very 90s design. Definitely a very 90s design. And this figure was produced, it says here, 1996. Okay. So looking at the features here, it says place the scythe in the figure's right hand, and then you can actually, it says raise both arms, pull up on torso, and you can see there that the torso separates a little bit, and then manually spin it for free spinning action, and then push torso back together to hold it in place. So you can lift his torso up and actually spin him around, and he'll do like a spin attack with the scythe in hand. Then it also says here, and this is the feature that really caught my eye, no pun intended, it says expose back of hat to light to make figure's eyes glow. I'm not even 100% sure what that means, how that works, but apparently, yes, the eyes can glow. I was just looking real quick to see if they showed an image of that on the back. They don't. But again, I'm not sure if I really want to take this figure out of the package. Again, not perfect packaging. You know, there are some flaws to the packaging, but I don't know. I just still haven't decided whether or not I want to take that fella out of this package. And then one last figure here, which I got for $5. I had to pick it up at only $5. I think it was already marked down, and then it got marked down again as part of Free Comic Book Day, and they still had it marked down when I returned to their shop. And here he is, X-Men X-Force. We have Cable, and this is a 4th edition version of the figure. So yes, Cable is pretty close to becoming a household name. There are a lot of people that don't know this character, but he is going to be in the Deadpool sequel. So yeah, Cable is about to become very popular amongst more than just comic book fans. He does have some features as well here. This backpack has sort of a zip line thing going on, so he can do sort of a zip line action. And then this giant weapon he has here, which is something that Cable is definitely known for, it actually can fire. It has a little trigger system going on and everything there. The little rocket can actually fire out of it. So very cool that it has that going on. And here it talks about those features. You see there, loading the missile, firing it off, and then that repelling system going on as well. Very quickly, I'll let you get a glance at some of the other figures in the series here. Most of these characters I'm familiar with, some of them not so much, or at least I haven't seen them with this look, like Sunspot. I don't think I've ever seen that costume on Sunspot before. Cannonball either, I don't think I've seen him with that look. Okay, some more here. Silver Samurai, which they actually had available in the store, but some of these figures, I will admit, up close, some of them don't look as great as you think they would based off of these images. And the Silver Samurai was one I was kind of disappointed by his look up close. Strong guy, looks cool. Apocalypse. If they had Apocalypse, I probably would have picked him up. Same goes for some of these other ones. They did have the Weapon X Wolverine, which I came close to buying. And I don't know, maybe I'll go back and get it. I may get some more of these old school figures here. But I'm actually going to leave this up to you all. So again, I have here, I got Cable. Then I have this Scarecrow figure. And then I also have Slag. I'm going to put this all in your hands. You all let me know, would you like to see me actually unbox these figures and play around with them a little bit, check out their features? Just let me know. What do you think? I will say I probably won't be getting too many of these old school figures just because, especially if I were to keep them in the package, it takes up a lot of space. And even taking them out of the package, it's still, it's going to take up a good amount of space. And of course, I'm already collecting these other types of figures, so again, I'm leaving it up to you all. Just let me know with these old school figures, would you like to see me unbox them, take them out of the box, play around with them a little bit, check out their features? If so, let me know in the comments. And then also let me know, are you into these old school figures, or are you strictly about what's new and available now? I'd like to hear what's going on with you all as far as collecting. I would hope that there's nobody out there that just limits yourself strictly to pop figures. I think there's way too much great stuff out there to do that, but that's just my personal opinion. But you all let me know what you think. Last week's Saturday night vlog did not have a pop of the week because I had not opened the box yet that contained what I knew would be my pop of the week. And in case you missed the video in which I revealed it, the pop of the week last week was the glitter Black Panther Walmart exclusive, which was sent to me by my great friend Tolly the Towel Man. And right now he's out of box because he deserves to be displayed with some light on him, the glitter effect going there. And look at that head nod. He agrees with me. He knows that he deserves to be displayed out of the box. Now Tolly also sent me Nurse Harley Quinn from the Arkham series. Isn't she cute? Yes, yes, yes. Nurse Harley Quinn. So, that's just reminders about last week, but this week, people, this week, we are going to do things properly with the pop of the week. And I need you to get hype, people. I need you to get hype. Delilah, Mrs. Funko Pop, are you watching? I need you to get hype out there. Cat D, Karen, Ethan, if you're watching, get hype with me. Clap those hands, people. Clap them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Funko Vision, are you with me? Max Headron, collecting plastic. Funko Shenanigans. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I also have, from this week, Jay Garrick. Oh, look at him. The original Flash, or Earth 2 Flash, from the Legion of Collectors box. Yes, yes, I know you like that. I know you like that. Pop Collector 7, are you watching? Do you like that? Yes. Nerd of the 80s. What do you think? You like it? Yes. Let's keep it moving here. I also have Slapstick, Hot Topic exclusive. Are you feeling it, people? Are you feeling that out there? Anna Torres, are you feeling it? Ann Torres, excuse me. I'm just so hyped. I'm so hyped. Michael, Jermaine, are you feeling it? Is there a Tito out there? Do I have a subscriber named Tito? Let's get the band together. Let's keep it moving, people. Let's keep it moving. We also have here Stingray. Everybody in the country has Stingray now, but that's okay. He's still here. He's here with us. He is here with us. You like that, Tolly? Are you with me? Jeff Suarez, are you out there? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We also have here Madcap. Ooh, flippers. You feeling the hat? Are you still feeling the hats, flippers? Yes, I got Madcap there. We got to keep it moving, people. We got to keep it moving. The Joker. I also have the Joker here. What do you think, people? What do you think? Members of the Grumpy Nation, what do you think? Members of the Funko Posse, what do you think? We got the Joker here. All great pop figures. These are all great pop figures. But get hyped, people. Get hyped. Brian, get hyped. Anna, get hyped. Cheryl, if you're watching, Cheryl, get hyped. The pop of the week is the one, the only Madcap metallic chase figure. Yes! Yes! We got him, people. We got him.
If you've been paying attention to my channel, then you know that I said I would do a special giveaway once I hit 200 subscribers. I am above that number now. So I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, well, as far as the giveaway is concerned, what could it be? Now, some of you have really been paying attention for the last week and a half to 2 weeks, then you already know that I put it out there to you all to give me a genre for the giveaway. So if you paid attention to that, the results, the comments there, and then what I said the results were, then you know that it's got to be DC Comics related. And it is. So let me not keep you in suspense any longer. That's right, folks. Let it just wash over you like a calming wave. Just drink it all in. Drink it all in, folks. Take it in. That's right. I'm giving away a custom Galaxy Batman pop figure. It is glorious. Absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, I got a little jealous when I decided I was going to give this figure away. You know what? I was like, I gotta have one for myself as well. So I actually have 2 of these on the way. One for me and one for one of you lucky people out there. Now, before we get to how this giveaway is going to work, we got to give credit to the artist here. Rich Holtz, FarOutManCustoms. You really need to check out his work. He has pieces available on Etsy. Of course, just look up FarOutManCustoms, but I will put a link, a direct link to his page in the description of this video. You can also check him out on Facebook. Now, me personally, I am friends with him on Facebook now, but you can also just check out his Facebook group, Funko Pop All-Stars Buy, Sell, Trade, Customs, keyword being customs. And Rich Holtz is such a cool guy that he actually does live streams where he lets you see his process. He shows you how he puts these figures together. And while he's working on them, you can ask him any questions that you would like to about his process. So that is very cool. He also does live auctions. I watched one of those last night. It was very interesting, again, just to see these figures up close. And you get some glimpses of his work down there within that banner for Funko Pop All-Stars. Now, on Etsy, there were 2 pieces that really stood out to me, although he has a lot more work that's awesome. But these really jumped out at me. He has a movie version of Colossus. I almost got this one for myself, but I decided that I really need that Batman figure first, the Galaxy Batman. But trust me, Colossus here is still on my list to get. A limited run figure that he has going on here is Iceman. And let's admit it, people, this is the coolest Iceman you've probably ever seen. It is absolutely amazing how he actually has the ice blast coming down, Iceman riding on the blast. That is the way that it should be done. That is truly the way that it should be done. Very well represented there. And Rich Holtz even did a variation of this figure. He had an X-Force version where Iceman actually had on the black vest and the black pants and everything, I believe. So that looked pretty awesome as well. If I'm not mistaken, though, I do think that particular figure was auctioned off last night. But you never know, folks. You might want to inquire about it. This is an image that was sent directly to me by Rich, and take a look at here at what he still has available right now. These are in his home, ready to go. I just want to point out 2 of them to you quickly. Take a look all the way up there in the upper left, the very first one on that first row. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is a Carnage Deadpool with the chimichanga in hand. That is pretty awesome. Now let's take a look to the last one, all the way down there, bottom row, all the way to the right. You have a combination there between Captain America and Spider-Man. Come on, folks, you know that is awesome. He does absolutely amazing work. I like that angry Groot there as well, which also has sort of a galactic looking paint job going on there. Very cool. So I'm going to stop there for right now about Rich Holtz, because he did say that he would send me some more information, maybe even put together his own commercial. So I really don't want to give him a chance to speak for himself. Let's get here to the giveaway rules, which I'm sure you're all curious about. First of all, you must be a subscriber in the continental US. And I already talked about it at the beginning of this video, why that is. I just cannot afford to ship internationally. It's just not a feasible thing. And I know that you all are reasonable people, even though you really want figures, you want custom figures, you want exclusive figures, you want chase figures. You still have to realize that that shipping is very high, and somebody like me, just an average working man, I just cannot afford that. But I do want us to work that out somehow in the future. But moving on here, it also says you must be an active subscriber who comments on videos. To me, it's a bit unreasonable if you are never active on a channel and you just come out of nowhere expecting to get something. To me, it's just not completely cool in my book. And I know that people do that. I'm not really criticizing it, but I'll just say for me personally, it doesn't work on my channel. I really like to interact with people. I love that community feel. That's what I want to see. So if I feel that you're a part of this community that we're building here, then you're in the running. Moving on here, it says you can earn additional entries by promoting my channel on social media. So that can include Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Now this is not a daily thing. You cannot do let's say a Twitter, you can't tweet it out once a day and then get an entry each time you do that, because that would get a bit ridiculous and definitely tough on me to try to keep track of. So it's just a one-time thing for each form of social media. And like I said, do make sure that you send me the link so I can go and see it for myself. And make sure that you private message me the links. Next here, it says the drawing will be held at the end of the month. It will be at the end of the month. So that'll be either the 30th or the 31st, just depending on basically when I have the time to get to it, because I'm a working man. So, I don't want to say one specific day and then something happens and people are, freaking out. Where's the drawing at? Where's the results? So let's just say the end of the month, and I'll do my best for the 30th, but it could be the 31st. We'll see there. And then it says here, the winner must contact with me within 3 days after the drawing. I know a lot of people do 2 days, but I know things happen. People get sick, things like that. So I'm going to throw an extra day in there. I'll say 3 days. But if I do not hear from the winner after 3 days, then I will take a look at the next runner-up, basically. I will do another drawing, and we'll see what happens there. So definitely keep your eyes open on my channel if you expect to win. I want to address here before we move on and get ready to wrap things up for this video. I put it out there before. I asked you all, with me being at 200 subscribers and actually moving above that now, would you like a Q&A video? Thus far, I've only had maybe one person, I think, throw some questions at me. That was Funko Shenanigans. But, if you're not really interested in it, no big deal. That's not going to hurt my feelings. But I'm just going to put it out there one more time. And if you have some questions, you can drop them in this video, or you could direct message them to me, however you want to handle that. But if I don't get a lot of responses, not a big deal. We'll just keep things moving. But good luck to you all with that giveaway. I think this is a really awesome figure. I really do look forward to giving away a custom, something that you can't just go grab in a store for yourself. Most of the time in the past, I've tried to end my Saturday night vlogs with some humor, but this time I just want to focus on some thank yous and some shout outs. Now, if your name is not included, please don't take that as if I'm sliding you. I'm going to do plenty more shout outs and thank yous in the near future, and I have done plenty in the past as well. So I'm not trying to slight anybody here, but these are people that I've interacted with very recently. Michael Crowthers and Cheryl, they sent me a surprise package earlier this week. Michael actually made some of the things within that package, and I've been bragging on that all week. It's not, bragging on anything that I did, because he just sent me a surprise package. So it's really bragging on how considerate he was, to do that for me. And by the way, Michael and Cheryl, I'm just going to throw this out there, and if you're not interested, that's perfectly fine, but I just want to throw it out there that in the past I have written for a lot of different types of events, and I have actually written poetry for weddings before. So if you would be interested in me writing a poem for your wedding, for maybe for somebody to read, or to go on, I don't know, something that you got to send out to people, whatever it may be, if you feel like you would like a poem from me, all you have to do is ask, and I will take care of that for you. So just throwing that offer out there. Next up, Kat D. You saw from the beginning of this Saturday night vlog just how sweet of a person she can be, and she is a YouTuber. If you're not familiar with Kat D, please make sure you check out her channel and subscribe. She has a great personality. She does a lot of unboxings, just all around entertaining channel. Make sure you check her out. Brian, I've done, this is a person I've done some trades with, and the trades have just always worked out very well. Only one thing happened that was completely out of his control, and that was the damage to a box, which he then sent me a replacement box very recently, something he did not have to do. But that's just how cool of a person he is. So Brian, you are awesome. Symbiotically Geeky, again, this is a YouTuber. If you're not familiar with his channel, make sure you check him out. Obviously, from his name, it should be obvious that he's very much into Venom and Carnage. Those characters, those villains from the Spider-Man series. So make sure you check out his channel. I've done some trades with him now, and I've, spoken to him recently, messaged back and forth, and just discovered also that he is a talented writer. And yes, Symbiotically Geeky, I'm putting that out there. You are a talented writer. Make sure you do something with that talent, because it's too good to go to waste. Next up, Anthony Nelson. He has been pointing people in my direction, people that may have questions about collecting and things like that. And I just think that's so cool that he feels that I'm good, that I'm on point enough to actually help people out. And I do try my best whenever he points somebody in my direction. So to me, that's high praise for him to even point somebody in my direction. Really cool of him. And he also very recently pointed me in the direction of somebody who was either selling or trading a Notorious B.I.G. pop figure, which by the way is my ultimate grail, and I don't see it ever happening. I'm not trying to be negative, but I just know what the prices are. I know how ridiculous people are with that figure, and I just can't go there. I'm not a rich person, so I'm just being realistic about the situation. That's a pop figure I'll probably never get. And the person, I did interact with that person that was selling or trading it, and things just didn't quite add up. It seemed very shady, so I just backed out and left that alone. But I still appreciate Anthony being considerate enough to point me in the person when he saw that figure listed. That was very cool. Thanks for that. Okay. And then Fact Toner, again, another YouTuber here who I hope you all are familiar with. Make sure you check out his channel if you're not up on it. He goes out on hunts. He does hunt videos. He shows you hauls. He gives you Funko news. Also, he shares some of his personal life too, like he's been working out lately, trying to get in shape and things like that, or get back in shape, whatever you want to say there. Just an all-around cool person. He's even offered to look for things for me, which he absolutely did not have to do. Just a cool guy, and I love his channel so much. I gotta say, he actually was one of my inspirations to get into doing YouTube. So Fact Toner, yeah, you're a really cool guy, and I'm definitely a fan. Some channels here that I've come across recently that I want you all to be familiar with. I'm going to start with the two here on the left, CuzzBuzz and NewYawkNerd. It's really good that I came across these channels at the same time, because these channels, they actually had a challenge between each other where they spent $40 in a day on Funko Pops, and they were trying to see which pair would end up with the biggest value according to Pop Price Guide. I'm not going to ruin it for you how that turned out. I'm going to link the videos down in the description. I want you to check out both of those videos because for me, they were both really entertaining. It was just a really entertaining challenge, and I hope they do more things like that. That's pretty cool. But what these channels really have in common is you have two guys on each channel, and of course CuzzBuzz, they are cousins, and just great personalities, great quality within the video. The video quality is high quality. They do great with their editing, the intros, just all around. It's really good production value, basically, you might as well say. I mean, I know we're talking about YouTubers here, but production does still matter. Production value still does matter. The way you go about filming and everything, and they put thought into it. So great job on both of them. I really look forward to seeing more from their channel, and make sure you give them more subscribers. Help them out. Great channels. You won't regret checking them out. And then a new YouTuber and somebody I'm newly subscribed to, the Pop Collector 7. This is a UK subscriber who basically said that I inspired him to get his own channel going, which that just motivates me to try to keep doing even more. And the Pop Collector 7, I gotta tell you, that it was amazing to even hear that. You know, I just don't even think about that because I'm still focusing on people that inspired me to get into this. So getting to the point where I'm inspiring others is pretty amazing. But again, you all make sure you go check him out. Don't just check him out though. Don't just look at 1 or 2 videos. Subscribe, and then like me, you can watch him grow as he continues to find more figures. He's definitely on the hunt for exclusives, which is a little bit tougher in the UK. So, you know, just follow that path with him to see how well he does. And also, as he learns about YouTube, you know, his videos are going to get even better and better, and just go on that journey with him. For this last screen here, I just wanted to kind of throw up some things that I'm looking forward to here in the near future. In fact, I've already hopped on Entertainment Earth and done some pre-orders, and luckily some of these figures are, and I'm not getting every single thing that you see here, by the way. Let me be clear about that. I'm just going to get some of these, but luckily with Entertainment Earth, you can do pre-orders and you don't have to pay until it's ready to ship. And by the way, Entertainment Earth is not a sponsor. You know, other than me doing pre-orders, I'm just a customer to them. They don't even know I exist, but I still have to big up the company because I think that is so cool that you can do pre-orders, you know, and then you don't have to worry about paying until it's ready to come to you. So that's very cool. But one thing I do want to point out quickly, you see the Imposters Pops down there in the bottom right. The one villain crossover that's missing, of course, is the Joker, and that's because he was a Loot Crate exclusive. So since he's not a part of that set there, I guess now I will have to be on the hunt for that Loot Crate exclusive. And that just reminded me, with my Saturday night vlog wrapped up here now, I really got to go ahead and update my pop price guide. I try to stay up on it, but my collecting is constantly shifting, so I got to get back to it. So that's another little task I got to take care of after this is all wrapped up. But I do hope you all enjoyed the show. Remember all the things that I said about the giveaway. Best of luck with the giveaway. Remember what I said about the Q&A. Let me know whether you're interested or not. If you are interested, you can go ahead and drop some questions down in the comment section on this video. But that's enough. I really don't want to repeat myself. I know this has been a super long video, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all take care, you know, and let's just keep this community building, growing stronger, and keep it positive, people. You all take care.